Restored Republic via GCR as of June 3, 2017. Compiled by Judy Byington. For disclaimer and a transcript of this report, go to iqdcalls.com. A. GCR Intel Situation Report, close, GCR/RV Intel Sitrep. 1. HSBC will be handing out 800 numbers after markets close Friday, June 2nd and before markets reopen on Monday, HSBC HK, June 5th. 2. Everyone is in consensus about a weekend release, though we can't confirm when. 3. Many believe we're still in for a dark of night release for safety's sake, but not all. 4. Hydrated paymasters don't know when the final release time. They're waiting like us. 5. Group paymaster paperwork refresh links will be sent out via email. 6. Bankers had until this weekend to train staff. Most bankers have no idea there is an RV coming, let alone it has occurred and is now rolling out. 7. The NPTB were adding more contact numbers in 82 countries in the Eastern Hemisphere to include smaller T4/T5 like banks and non-profit credit union types. 8. No bank but HSBC will have a timing advantage. All US-based banks are equally pulsing second fiddle to HSBC. Wells Fargo will have to wait their turn. 9. There is no longer anything fiscally significant or structurally better about any Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 bank anymore. On to 14. Trump's Paris Agreement stunt was to wake up the entire world and distract them away from the RV. 15. There were 194 countries which signed the Paris Agreement, a part of GCR. 16. We could be a whole week out after ex-FBI Director James Comey testifies next Thursday, June 8 before the Senate. That's because we also understand Israel and Netanyahu are still negotiating an exit strategy that works for both sides. 17. If and when Trump invokes the executive privilege clause this weekend, Comey will not testify. Then you will know those Middle East peace negotiations completed, meaning we should be allowed to RV quickly thereafter. 18. Notice how Mosul has still not been declared fully liberated by President Abadi. Seems he too is waiting for Palestinian-Israeli negotiations to finish up. This would be out of respect and allegiance to his Arab brothers and sisters in Palestine. So looks like we are still waiting on Middle East peace. But we're much, much closer. How close is anyone's guess? B. GCR Overview, Revalue, GCR/RV. 1. On the morning of June 2, the Chinese CNY was valued at $6.82 to the USD. 2. On the morning of June 2, the Zimbabwe ZIM was valued at $361.90 to the USD. 3. If the ZWD is truly valued that high on the new asset-backed financial system, it would actually make mathematically sense for the elders to offer current CNY exchange rates for our currency, or above, because all intaking banks worldwide could then make a health arbitrage selling it back to HSBC, who could then make a healthy arbitrage selling it back to Bank of China, who could then make a healthy arbitrage selling back to AIIB, who could then make a healthy arbitrage selling back to the global network of central banks at final audited sovereign rates, $125,000 USD. 4. No wonder the NPTB keep adding more and more Tier 4 and 5 banks and nations without national currencies to participate in the RV. There's more than plenty of profit to go around, and around, and around. 5. That would mean the old fiat financial system was completely in opposition to the truth of actual value. Plus the cabal intentionally reversed the very nature of how human beings perceive monetary value in favor of their fiat non-asset-backed, Western world financial system. Those bastards also rigged all the currencies to appear larger than what their true natural resources reserves could collateralize. See, GCR where we are as of 1:30 p.m. EDT June 2, GCR. 1. Yosef said that everything GCR rollout related was automated and in motion. The 800 numbers would just appear at the designated time, and as per agreed strategy, the GCR/RV release would be global and everywhere at once. 2. Sierra reported that the old system was removed on March 15, 2017, and we have been on the new system since March 16, 2017. 3. Sierra reported that all revalued currencies have been listed on the Fiscal Services report for the US.gov for over 6 weeks, or since about mid-April. 4. Yosef said that since last Friday, May 26, the GCR war room had been on lockdown. 5. Yosef said that in the US there has been radio silence from sovereign negotiating table, since Tuesday night May 30th or Wednesday morning May 31st. 6. Tank reported that Tier 1 finished the night of May 30th and Tiers 2,3 were poised to go next. 7. Zap reported that they sent a test wire on May 30th and they would send a few small wires to the lawyers, others, and the big one to the paymaster right after the weekend. 8. Zap said that they sent a wire to test the system on their June 1st, or May 31st. It was good. 9. Yosef said that exchange packages with 800 hashtag instructions were ready the night of May 30th with dispersal operatives awaiting orders to deliver sometime between early Wednesday morning May 31st through the Thursday evening June 1st market close. 10. Yosef said that there was a May 31st deadline where all final pricing offers for sovereign historic assets were to expire at midnight CDT. 11. On Wednesday, May 31st, Landa Global Humanist reported that funds were on their way and might arrive by this weekend, or next week. 12. Bruce said that as of June 1st there were prosperity packages going out for multiple reasons as well as for past programs. 13. Bruce said they were still exchanging Tier 3 redeemers as of June 1st evening. 14. Bruce said that currencies in the first basket were live in the Philippines on June 1st morning. We know they have exchanged in other countries such as Africa, and there also have been backdoor exchanges in US banks, likely at the lower starter rates. 15. Bruce reported that as of June 1st there were over 28,000 redeemers in Tiers 2 and 3 who had been paid and had access to their funds. 16. Bruce said on June 1st that Tier 4 should be exchanging by the time Tier 3 has access to their funds, though Tier 3 did not have to be complete in order for Tier 4 to go. 17. Bruce reported that on Saturday, June 3rd, Iraq would begin remote banking from anywhere in the world. 18. Bruce said that out west in Reno they were receiving multiple wires and looked to be funded in 24 to 48 hours, or by Saturday, June 3rd. TNT chat, Linny Q, there are two Paris agreements. One has to do with monetary issues and one with climate. The monetary one has never been published to even seen by the public. I read some articles years ago that the monetary revaluation is hidden in the Paris Accord and we will never see it. GCR op-ed, overdue, GCR/RV op-ed. 1. Don't trick yourself into believing the RV will come as predicted because no one knows the final release moment but those giving this historic gift. Intelligence gathering is more about volume than accuracy, sadly. Yours truly included. 2. Pain associated to waiting for the RV is self-induced, even though it feels 100% real. 3. If you're grieving today because you know change is here, just not yet, it's okay to be sad. To grieve. Just don't stay there long. 4. The best way to go through these final hours pre-RV is to release all expectation of performance and just be irrationally grateful that there is even an RV. 5. It's better to remain appreciative and expectant, thankful yet vigilant, keeping our currency ready by our side at all times for when the release moment finally does arrive, because it will, as it must, by the unconditional grace and mercy of a loving God. Sobite. F. Landa Global Humanist Call. Replay on iqdcalls.om. 1. The Intel blackout continues. We only know the GCR is coming and it will be here soon. 2. Funds are on their way. They may arrive this weekend, or by next week. 3. The 2010 Code of Reforms resulting from a liquidity crisis were not signed until recently. Quantitative easing will go away with no more trading of U.S. gold and assets under a balanced budget. 4. As of 2015, the US dollar, the world's reserve currency for the last 110 years, was only 41% of the world reserve currencies according to the IMF SDR. G. No backing out of Paris Agreement. Sierra, Trump backs out of Paris Agreement? Yeah, right by Sierra. 1. There is no backing out of the Paris Climate Agreement. Period. This was finalized in October 2015 with 209 countries all signing off on the agreements in the G20 meeting that year. Everything you see on TV about President Trump considering backing out of the Paris Agreement, he does not even have this option, regardless of what he or the media says. 2. This is all a distraction to make people think this can be stopped. The currency is resetting, for all currencies using the BRICS system under CIPS, instead of the SWIFT system we used to use. Russia, China, and India now have a say in the new Republic of the United States of America as they hold most of our debts and have bailed us out for the third time in history. 3. The old system was removed on March 15, 2017, and we have been on the new system since March 16, 2017. 4. Each country's currencies are asset-backed with the gold reserves that are stored in Shanghai Gold Exchange, SGE, in China as per the article attached. Gold for gold, GCR/RV overview. 5. Every country that signed this Paris Climate Agreement for the last 2 years, have been getting their country to be in compliance with Basel III or higher to remove carbon emissions. It also is to reset each country's currency by the populations and their own natural resources and technology. This has been a huge undertaking, and cannot be undone or stopped by anyone as the Republic has been using this system, 2.5 months, and have 2 different operating systems until the final date it is announced to the public. 6. This show has been carefully planned, and everything we are seeing is all a chapter to get the announcement into the mainstream. Just do not fall into anything that is happening right now, because it is not what is really going on. 7. I will not disrespect the president, but he is using this climate deal as to try and stop the inevitable. It is a 209 country goes or none go. 8. It will not end well for Trump if he does not follow the script that he agreed to, as well as signing his resignation. 9. The end is near. There is no way they can continue much longer as many countries of the world are waiting for their country to be international. We were the last country to go as we were the world's reserve currency. All the countries that were using US dollars, are waiting for us to reset. We are actually holding up international business. Deals are made, but they cannot be finalized under the old system. They are just like us waiting for the currencies to reset. 10. It's only a matter of time. All the currencies have been listed on the Fiscal Services report for the US.gov for over 6 weeks. I cannot imagine they can keep up the charade much longer. End report. For a much needed disclaimer and a transcript of this report, go to